Good afternoon, this is CopaLoadofRacing vlog. It's the Cheltenham preview, which starts on Tuesday. I'm joined by Peter Miller and Stuart McLeod. Thank you for joining us, lads.
No problem.
To look ahead to the 4 days. Excited?
Very.
Definitely. Don't seem that way.
Apprehensive about the forecast rain.
I know.
And
wind,
very.
should I say. Remember, there was a few years ago, one of the days of the 4 days was cancelled because of high winds.
Yes.
And they're predicting high winds again on Wednesday because of the temporary structures.
Yes.
So, like the Guinness Village and all that, which your dad thoroughly enjoyed.
Loved,
yeah.
should we say.
Because of the weather. Right, let's just start about Cheltenham memories. Any that stick out, any great horses?
I'm a bit older than both of you, and
not
a lot of people will know, but if you walk into my house, on the wall there's a big portrait of Desert Orchid, who's my favourite, and in 1989 they took him to the Gold Cup, who's obviously going up in the trip. It was regarded as a 2-miler originally. This was up to 3-2. The weather had turned. It was a quagmire. Exactly. Deep mud. And as you said, Gary, 80 going left-handed, and yet got the job done under Sherwood.
He just beat Yahoo.
Coming up, beat Yahoo, who was a mud lover. So that's probably my top memory.
Best bet? Did you have back
yes, I followed them everywhere.
He was good.
Big favourite,
Big.
Yeah.
Great horse. Maybe no great Cheltenham horse, but he did win the Gold Cup. That was a good thing. He won the Gold Cup.
Yes.
What about for yourselves too?
A bit younger than the man here, but best bet, probably Ux's Onda a few years ago, 16-1. Got it early, yeah. So, probably pay for a couple of awards.
Was that did you not have that on the year we went down to Cheltenham?
Yes.
On the bus, I remember listening watching that race in the bus on the way down, man.
Previous to that, that was...
AP McCoy's last win at Cheltenham Festival. Ux's on Alexander and Alan King's horse. There you go.
But yeah, probably the race that got me booked on the whole festival, because it was, the first bet I put on it, the first one I won. It was, that was the first memory and the best memory I've had so far.
Good. I would say mine's Denman winning the Gold Cup. Had it back that year, beat the great Cable Star. I think Paul Nichols had a 1-2-3 that year.
Didn't beat it.
Neptune Collonge was third. That was my highlight, but my punting highlight is actually, I think it was about 10 years ago. Punjabi winning the Champion Hurdle at 22-1, which I thought he was overpriced because he was a good horse on the flat, and he beat Binocular that year, who was Nicky Henderson's mere fancied horse. So anyway, but let's look forward to this year's, lads. We're going to look at the novice races first. The Supreme, the decks for the Supreme have just been confirmed, and Fakir Doudare does run. So that means Sir Eric looks like he will run in the Triumph on Friday, but we'll come to that in a minute. But Al Dancer is the favourite here, 130, won the Betfair. He's also won at Cheltenham. I think he's unbeaten this year for Nigel Twiston Davis. Angel's Breath is also in there at 5-1. That was beaten at Kempton. He's only raced a couple of times, that horse. Then you've got Fakir Doudare around about 60s. He won on Trials Day at Cheltenham. And then you've got the likes of Alexa Dunoury, Classical Dream, which was also entered for the Ballymore, but looks like it will take its place tomorrow. Tuesday. And then you've got the likes of Mr. Fisher and Grand Sonsei at bigger odds. Al Dancer, anybody fancy this horse?
Strongly,
Peter?
The way it won at Ascot took apart a really good field at Ascot. For me, the betting is just about right. So not my type of odds, but I fancy it strongly.
Can you see it there, Peter?
Fancy it strongly.
I'm going against it, guys.
How about you?
Looking at Classical Dream.
Oh, so you're going for the Mullins horse then?
Yeah, I just think that, if they feel confident enough to win the race, that they wouldn't have written it. And I just think with Ruby's history winning the first race. The past few years, obviously last year was a few issues with the game, but I'm quite confident that the reason I put Classical Dream into,
That's
the Cheltenham is to win this race, which I'm going to go for.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it's form, but it's won in Ireland. I think one of the big things that we're going to notice about this festival is we've been predominantly running in good ground for the past few months, and it looks like it's going to be a bit of I'm not saying it's going to be like deep mud they're going to be running in, I doubt that, but there's meant to be a lot of rain forecast Monday night and Tuesday. With the rain that's already fell, I think it's good to soften places at the moment. I think it will be possibility soft all over. Might be wrong, but
First festival. Classical Dream, that's the only thing I'd maybe think. But
well, it would be, but the novice side of that, I think what you have to consider is with this race, there's been a lot of well-fancied horses that have come unstuck, and a lot of the well-fancied horses have at that time come off the island and get turned over. Whereas this is the first time for a long time I can remember Nigel Twiston Davis having a well-fancied novice in the opener, and he's a local trainer as well, so it'll go down a storm if he comes running up that hill, and I think he's got a great. I'm dead against Angel's Breath. Beat at Kempton, has got form on soft ground, but it is very lightly raced. Nicky Henderson does think it ran well at Kempton. I don't know. I don't find, but I do like Fakir Duderie. He might be the second. Joseph O'Brien, Sir Eric looks we'll come to that in a minute, but I think he looks a decent horse. He won well at Cheltenham last time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good form.
Anything there at a bigger price? I heard Paul Nicholls speaking up about Grand Sancy this weekend. He seems to be quite keen on that as the horse. Do you see anything else there? No?
Not really, no.
I think it's going between the 5 or 6
in the front of the market. Yeah, right, okay. Right, we'll move on to the Ballymore folks. The Wednesday's opener. This is a novice race over 2 miles 5, I think. At the moment we have Champ as favourite at 3 to 1. Then you've got Battle Over Doyen at 9 to 2. Classical Dream, which I don't think will be going in that, but it's still entered in it at the moment. City Island at 10s, Brewing Up a Storm 12s, Birchdale 14s, and Sam Profile and 16 to 1 bar. Champ, another Nicky Henderson horse, won at Newbury, beating the rights of Getaway Trump. How do you see that?
Again, good form, but I'm no. Again, the price.
It's not for you.
Oh, no, in this race, no.
Where's your value then?
The value, I like the lads from the Rio Racing Club, the Beachtown thing.
Alright, okay.
I like the look of that, it's 16 to 1.
Alright, big price there.
Yeah. We've got Harry Skelton that will be riding it. We've got the dad obviously, so it'll be well schooled. Nicky Skelton. I just like it. It was impressive at Warwick. So I like the look of it. I like the value.
Well, that's a wee one to take note of there, Peter.
Money's going to go on Birchdale.
Birchdale, another bigger price, 14s. I think out of all the novice, this one and the Albert Bartlett, this is the ones where you can get a bit of value, I think, in this. The snow is deeper race as such.
But the best thing that's going to go for that, Henderson will go to fly on the Wednesday. He's won at Cheltenham before, got a month's go in January, he's won it 2 races this season. I just think it's, it's full school to win this race, and I think that Henderson will go off to a fly on the Wednesday and kickstart his Cheltenham.
Good stuff, okay. Me, myself, I like City Island. It's a smaller Irish trainer, and I think it might be worth a wee punt each way, around about 10s on that one. Right, there was a couple, I'll just move to the Friday, the two of them. The Triumph, the hot pot of the whole festival for the Irish is Sir Eric.
Yes.
This horse that's came out off the flat was well bred. They're actually talking about it might even go for the Ascot Gold Cup in the summer. Do you see anything beating this thing?
Highly thought of, and it seems to be coming up in everybody's bankers,
Aye.
going into a lot of other accumulators, and
I think, listen to Kevin Blake, who's the racing manager for Joseph O'Neill, Joseph O'Brien, sorry, he thinks this thing just needs to jump round another one.
well,
It seems to be.
Yes.
If I was to give any part, I think tied at tap tap at around about 12s. We'll like the soft ground if it is that, and I think at each way he might be worth it, but I can't see him beat this, Sir Eric. Do you?
Yeah, the market seems to go with it. My tip's probably more an each way bet for Benny.
Right, okay.
It's won its last 2 races. I know it's his first time at Cheltenham, but I think the horse has got a bit of potential and talent. And I think come Friday it could get a place. It's high out the market, but it's something that with a bit of luck that it could get into a place and start to kick on through there.
Right.
Sir Eric, you're probably right. Well,
One by a
aye,
distance.
if it's if nothing gets in the way, it's going to win the race comfortably. But it's probably going to end up going off at odds-on favourite. But in terms of betting value, I'd probably each way would be where my money's going to be.
Good stuff. Right. Okay. Moving on to the other novice race that day, the one that I think it's a right slog. This one, the Albert Bartlett over 3 miles. My horse that I was going to go for here is actually Willie Mullins has pulled it out relegate. It was one back to Annie Post, but she isn't ready for it. It won the bumper last year at the festival, but it's quite open this race. You've got Lisnager Oscar at 5s, Commander of Fleet 7s, Dickie Diver 7s, Birchdale 7s at Fleet. Remember, there's double entries here, so some of these could, for me, if I was to say 12 to 1 Rhinestone, was behind Commander of Fleet at Leopardstown, got beat by half a length, but did win at Nice. I don't know if there's anything in this that you guys fancy. No, I think out of all the novice races, it's the one where a big surprise can be sprung during the years. That a lot of good favourites have been turned out, and I think if I was to recommend anybody looking for a horse, it would be a horse with a bit of experience, and maybe a second year novice would be your best bet here. So we all right with that, mate? Nothing.
I was each way in Highland Hunter again. As you said, it's no some of my favourites this race, and I think Lucinda Russell's got quite a decent horse there that
she fancies it.
She's quite confident with this.
Brindisi Breeze.
That's
a
it.
few
She
years
fancies
back.
this.
And I'm pretty sure it's something
Each way she fancies it.
40 to 1 at the moment. So a good each way betting that. I think it's definitely got potential to get a place in the race.
So
a bit of luck at
Did you know see Lucinda yesterday? You did send a photo. Did you speak to her? Did she say anything?
I never spoke to her.
No, Peter.
No. She fancies this place.
But she has got a horse declared in the first day as well in the Ultima. I'll come to that later. Anyway, right, let's move on. Let's get moving, and we get to the Arco. We're going with the novice chasers now here, guys. So we're back to the Tuesday. The Arco, which is the second race on the card. The declarations have been made here. We have the likes of Glenn Forster for Mick Channon at the head of the market at the moment. Layler is also there. You've got Duc de Genevieve, sorry about my French, it's no great. David Dussault, who's also declared in the JLT. Hardline, Kalashnikov, Paloma Blue, 10s there as well, and then you're getting bigger the rest. Mick Channon, I think, could have a good first day at this. It would be, and I think he could be possibly leading trainer after the first day. If things go well, I'll come to that in a minute. But he beat Kalashnikov, Glenn Forster, by a distance last time out, and he's done nothing really wrong all season, this Glenn Forster. Any thoughts?
No. I like Lawler. I like Lawler.
Haley Woolacott.
Yeah, he's riding as good as ever. Johnson, isn't he?
Johnson.
He's riding as good as ever, and he wasn't actually on the horse, but he said it schooled well the other day there. So he fancies his chances on this.
Right. Okay.
The race that he rode yesterday at Sandown, I thought he was going to get turned over at the last hurdle, and it was typical Johnston, cajoling up the hill and to get over the line. You know, it was just superb, superb piece of.
Right, yeah, he's a great horseman. He's a fantastic
for
horseman.
me, he's the third best jockey ever. You know, after McCoy and Ruby.
Right. No, I wouldn't disagree with you there. Oh, you're not
I
agreeing.
like Johnson.
Alright.
I think David Russell's got this hardline.
Hardline, okay.
I know he's disappointed Leopardstown the last race out, but I think he's got something about him, and I think that David Russell will get the win here.
Right.
2 wins this season, 3 if you call it October, but I fancy hardline for the win.
Right.
Elliot to get his winner.
Okay.
This race.
I was there's a few Kalashnikov I backed last year in the Supreme, but it's done nothing, and the form of that Supreme hasn't worked out at all. So I like the horse, but I just think there's maybe it might in years develop into a good chaser, but at the moment I think maybe this is a season too early for it. I do like Glenforcer. Defi Dessous I can't have. His form in Cheltenham was shocking, and he might run in the JLT. If I was to go with one at a bigger price, maybe Henry de Bromhead's Paloma Blue, run about 10s.
Kalashnikov next year.
Kalashnikov maybe next year.
Very experience in a big race next year.
Whether he'll go champion chase next year, I don't know. It depends how he's novice. How this season ends after him. But if I was to be pinned to it, I think Glenforcer. I would love to see it because I'm a big fan of Matt Channing, especially on the flat. But he has a great chance here with these. What was it? The ex-Henrietta Knight horses.
I think it would be very refreshing to see. I really do.
He's a good guy.
David Russell's any ambitions to be top jockey, to retain his title, he needs to be. This is one of them.
That's one of his best.
Hardline has to come in for him.
Best chances for the festival, so that's why I'm going to go for the hardline.
Right, moving on to the RSA, which is on Wednesday. I think we're really only looking at the front 3 in the market here. I have got a wee sneaky each Whitefield, but I'll come to that in a minute. The front 3 in the market, you've got Delta Work, Gordon Elliott's horse, you've got Santini at about 11s, top of the game there as well. A lot of these horses, their form is against La Bagaroo, who is avoiding Cheltenham and going straight to Aintree. That's what Warren Great Tricks has said. So La Bagaroo had a couple of declarations in this festival, but for whatever reason they're looking at Aintree rather than here. Further down there you've got the likes of Vindication, which I think Kim Bailey always felt was a good horse, but disappointed I felt last time out. Mortal, which is a bigger price around about 33s. I think I would actually like to have seen it running the 4 miler in softer ground, but anyway. Anything there? Some Santini is one of the horses that I'm always I'm expecting a lot more of, and time again it's just La Bagaroo, the line through it, all of these horses, because you know what I mean, top of the game, and Santini in particular, Vindication, but is there anything there?
I'll not be betting strongly in this race. I'll have an interest, and it will be on top of the game.
Top of the game.
Top of the game. Second last year at the festival, I think we'll go one further this year. Santini, as you said, it seems to underperform when you expect it to. And top of the game's probably the horse that I would put my money on in this race.
This is a race just to take breath and just enjoy.
You get some of the novice chases that like that, because the next one, like the JLT on Thursday, which is the novice race, got a lot of horses that stuck between the Arco and the RSA as to what distance to go, and that's why there's a lot of double decks. And here you've got like Defi Dessous was in this at 72. You've got Lost in Translation around about 3s. Real Steel, who's got some decent Irish form, at 71. Vindication's in here. Glenforcer's in this race, and I looked this morning and he's down to 92, but he has been declared for the the Arco, and I am positive that that's the route he's going to go. Again, anything, Cape Land's been supplemented at a bigger price. I think, I'm not saying that's anything really to definitely go by, but he has been supplemented for the race, Cape Land.
One of my big things here is going to be, I don't think it will run in the JLT. I'm hoping he runs in the, I've got him down here as running in the plate, Spirit of the Games, so I'm hoping he runs in the plate, because I think he's got a huge chance in the plate, because Kilsart ran a good race against Kilsart, and Kilsart beat him, and he's 91 for this, so I fancy it strongly for the plate, so I'm hoping he's in the plate, Spirit of the Games.
Right, if I was to go with a bigger price, I would maybe go with Gordon Elliott's Mengele Can. If it does, again, go to post in this. I think this is a race that could cut up as well, in the terms of it's the opportunity, because the likes of Labagaru's no in this race, and as I say, some of the horses that are in this have been running against that horse this season and coming up. It's the chance for these horses to excel. And I think it might be a race where a bigger price might come through. Stuart, anything?
Nah, I'm out for this race, I'm afraid.
Yep, nice worries.
Lost in translation maybe, but yeah, it's nothing for me.
Right. Okay, we'll take a wee break there. That's the end of part one for the novice races. When we come back in part two, we'll look at the championship races, the likes of the Champion Hurdle and the Gold Cup.